Ready? You thought I wasn't going live, didn't you? I thought I wasn't going to go live either, but you know what? I cannot pass up a birthday celebration and the last Friday of 56. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. My birthday's next week. Let me judge. Oh, all right. Here, we're going this way. Let me get Gidget. Hold, please. Hold on. Look at this way. Oh, there she is. Here she is. Oh, let's send the link to Granny though. You know how Granny needs to know. I don't even know if Granny knows that we're going live. Can you guys hear me okay? Hi. So yeah, I got my little spring top out. Thought that was kind of fun. And yeah, my birthday's Tuesday. How you like me now? Let's see what the live stream is and then we can send it to Granny, okay? Anyway, how's everybody? Please comment. Tell me what you're doing, how you are. Yeah, I almost didn't go live. And then I was like, nah, I got to do this. Hold on, my videos. Let's see if it's live. Oh, no licking. Thank you for so much. Tell me how everybody is, though. What's everybody up to? I don't know if I can find my live videos or not. So hopefully my mom will be able to figure it out. I should text her and tell her to get on YouTube. All right. So how's everybody doing? Please comment. If you can hear me, that would be awesome. I can't tell if you guys can hear me or not. Girlfriend, what is with the licking? For reals. Yeah. How have you been? I haven't done a live stream in 3 weeks, I think. 2 weeks, something like that. Oh, here's the live stream. Hold on. I got to send this to my little moms. Okay. Hold please. Yeah. I haven't gone live in 3 weeks. Let's see. What was I doing? The last couple weeks, I've been getting acupuncture on Fridays. Can you tell? I've been getting the cupping. Do I not look like I got slapped by an octopus? Has anybody ever gotten cupping done? It's so amazing. I do not see any comments. So if you're commenting, hi. Let's send this to Granny. There's my phone messages. There we go. How's everybody been? What have you been up to? Oh, it was the full moon yesterday. Well, I think it's a full moon right now, actually. The worm moon is always the March moon, which cracks me up. Here's a question for you. Does anybody know if the new moons are ever named anything, right? Like, does anybody call the full moon, like the new moon, something else? I'm curious. Let's go see if it'd be nice if my mom could join since, she's one of the main reasons why I'm here. Thank you, Marcia Morrow, for giving birth 57 years ago. 57 years ago, this time, my mother was very, very pregnant with me. And she had a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old. In fact, my brother's birthday is tomorrow. So happy birthday to my brother, Mark. Hi, Deborah. How are you? See, I wanted to wear something fun and fancy. And I found this going through all the stuff in my garage. Actually, I was like, why have I not worn this in a while? Kind of like it. Let's see. Let's do it this way. Anyway, so let's give a shout out to Marcia Morrow for not only being pregnant with her 3rd child, but having a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old. And then his birthday was the 19th. My brother's birthday is the 19th. And then I was born on the 22nd. So I am a cusp baby. Man, I'm digging my hair today. I'm a cusp baby, meaning like that, the change, the first day of spring is usually either the 20th or the 21st. Doesn't it change like every year? Anywho, so we have the, that scared Gidget. We have the full moon tonight. We have the vernal equinox, meaning the first day of spring, on Sunday. And then this is what I love about this year. I have been waiting for this year. I love getting older. I don't like all the chin hairs. I was at the job site the other day, and the kid that's, yay. Yes, the 22s. That's right. Because are you on the 22 or is it Rebecca that's on? No, Rebecca's on the 3rd, right? And then you and I are 22s. So this is our year. This is our golden year, right? Because there's the golden year when you're the same age as whatever day that you're born on. However, I feel like with this being the 22 and then, you're 822. Oh, the lioness. That's right. Because You're also a cusp baby as well. MVG, where you been, by the way? Nice to see you, Matthew Vincent Gold. Yes, Rebecca is also a cusp baby. So what is that between the Leo and what's the other sign that you're a cusp of? Because I'm a Pisces Aries. I'm an Aries, but with a lot of Pisces. So anywho, every year is golden for you. I love that attitude. Janine says, told my mom she has to get my beard if I can ever get them. Girlfriend, that is part of the pact. That is part of the pact. If something happens to one of us, say for instance, we're incapacitated at the hospital, somebody needs to come in with the tweezers. So here's the funny story. I'm on the job site the other day, and the kid that's the Leo Virgo, nice. The kid that was a superintendent, he was talking about how there's one of the parking meters that you have to take a pair of tweezers if your credit card can get stuck in it. I said, just find any woman over 40 and they'll have tweezers. And he kind of looked at me and was like, what? And I just didn't even bother explaining it. Like, just any woman over 40 is going to be tweezing her beard frequently. If you see somebody going like this, you just know that's what's happening. Janine, I love you, girlfriend. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I think this is our golden year. Delicious is right. I realized that yesterday because I was thinking, like, why did I feel like so good about this date coming and this birthday coming and feeling like it had a magic? Plus, I'm going to be 57. I like those numbers. And then, yeah, I just thought that's it. It's golden. Right, Gidget? Gidget's right here. Hold, please. Oh, there she is. She's golden. She looks like a golden loaf of French bread. She does. Come on, Chris. Thank you so much. All right. So how's everyone been? Yeah, always carry tweezers. That's just the thing. You know, I love being on my bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. I'm now almost a year into it. I feel good, man. I feel good. But, you know, I also think it's yeah, you can't stop the aging and the facial hair situation. Okay, so tell me a story. Tell me what you've been up to besides the birthday. I'm trying to think what else is going on. I know that so Sunday is the first day of spring, and then I have heard that the 22nd that's angel numbers. We had the full moon last night and today. Deborah, could you post a link to your post about the full moon? You always do really great ones with some really good references in there for people to do that. Jeff Higgins is here. Where you been? Feeling pretty good, my friend. Thank you. I am going to work 57 like a rib, just so you know. I worked 56 just like a rib too. Makes me happy. Anyway, trying to think what else. Put out a new podcast today, which was really funny. So, you know, I'm doing this podcast for People First companies, which I love. They're going to be launching their website soon. It's going to be like an Angie's List for companies that have B Corp type of ideals. So specifically, what I love is it's about companies that have equitable pay and treat their employees well, have some kind of environmental program, and then also give back to the community. Hello. You know, that can't be any more me than I don't know what. So I'm doing a podcast for them, which is really fun. I put one out with my friend Gina Schreck here in town, who opened, get this, girlfriend opened a co-working space. They had been planning it, and it finally opened in March of 2020. Guess what? Kicking ass because they have this really cool setup that they have separate offices as well. So they've stayed busy. Little FYI. Oh, Denver Restaurant Week. How did I miss that? You know, I haven't been paying attention to a lot of stuff. Where did you go to? Shout out some restaurants. Please do. It is my birthday of sassy. I'm telling you what. I tell you what. Oh, Louisa. Hi, sissy. Love you too. What do you got going on? Post some links if you have something fun going on. I know I have roots right now, but I am digging it. And to see how I have this widow's peak. Got that from my dad. Right there. That's a boss thing. Matthew says he might go to South by Southwest tomorrow. I'm very jealous. Tell me if you do. Man, my friend Jessica was there all week and really, really enjoyed it. Now, is it the music part right now? And it was more the tech piece? Because I always kind of liked more of the tech than the music part. But maybe it's just because I never had a ticket to the music part either. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. Yes. So I have the People First podcast that came out. I'll post a link to that. And then I also had, I've been doing this whole birth and death series. I don't know if I've talked to you about that. It's been amazing. So I had 2 separate birth doulas that I interviewed. So cool, like midwives, but even cooler. And then I interviewed Death Wives organization. They were wonderful. They're local here. And then My Farewelling, who I met through my friend Andy. They are so neat. Kind of like party planning for the end. Also, how to not leave a friggin' mess. I've been watching a lot of hoarders lately. And let me tell you, one of the hardest things about that is that if something happened to people, you leave that. You leave all that stuff. I've already said that enough about don't leave your weird stuff that your family members have to find, your vibrators, all that kind of thing. I'm not saying don't have them. I'm saying just have a plan. Like that, Janine, like having people that will, come and tweeze your face. Make sure everything's all good, right? So I did all those. And then this week, I decided to lighten it up a little bit. And Drew and I did a whole podcast about how the universe doesn't have your back. I know if you listen to it, Sissy listened to it. If you listen to it, what one of the reasons why it came up is that Drew, my podcast producer and friend, also has his own podcast called The Anxious Truth. So he works with a lot of people that have extreme anxiety, right? So then my friend Chrissy, who I interviewed as well, has pure OCD. I don't know if I can explain it correct, but just Google that and you'll see. So I've interviewed her as well. So what I saw was she did a post that said a lot of these things about, just manifest it and put it out there to the universe and change your thoughts, and your thoughts turns to things and all that. How dangerous that can be for people who have intrusive thoughts, which is a real thing. And for the love of God, I'm going to post a link to this for OCD. Please stop saying you have OCD if you don't. Just because you like to clean a lot, don't say that shit. It's really offensive. And if you know people who have OCD, oh gosh, it's really hard because it diminishes their experience, right? If you just think it's about, just get over it, just have to not clean as much or something like that. Please don't do that. Most things that are a diagnosed thing, please don't diminish it by just saying when you really don't understand it. Let me just say it that way. So that was what the universe doesn't have your back whole thing was to really have a conversation about how much, and I've thought about this a lot too, because I listen to Abraham Hicks. I love her. I actually got into Joe Dispenza quite a bit. There's a lot that has to do with people that talk about inspiration, prosperity, gospel, things like that. It has to do with, honestly, just privilege, quite frankly. Like what was it? I saw a meme that said, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's white privilege. That was so good. Seriously. Hold on. Hey, Karen is here. Wait, let me say let's see what Janine says. Local Jones, Caporta, and Catavella. I haven't even heard of those. You're so cool. I have to let you know, Janine, I haven't told you yet, but a new condo that I'm going to be moving into in June is about 12 minutes from your house. Just so you know, stay tuned. It's going to get good. Karen says, hi, Karen. She says, I had a dream about COVID on Friday night and woke up in a start at 3:30 a.m. That is not fun. You tested negative on Saturday on your birthday, but tested positive for COVID on Tuesday. I'm so sorry, honey. Yeah, thoughts, reality. Exactly. Oh, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? I know you've been going to events and so forth. I hope you're feeling okay, sweetie. I had it in early January, and I have to say I got through it pretty easily. I also had, I still have it. See this little dot? I had my, what's it called? Shingle shot. I had my second shingle shot. Yay for me. So she says. Let's all send some good energy to Karen. You picked it up at West. Oh, is that the product thing? Yes. Howdy, neighbor. That's right. Is that the product conference? Like, I think I went to that after I went to Mombovation, to the Green Bloggers conference that we both went to. Yes. Hey, no, seriously, you all get your shingle shot if you're over, I think 45. So I got my second or my booster, and the gal at Walgreens, you've heard me say this again, that she was like, if you do anything, go and get your shingle shot. So I got the first one in October, and then I kept kind of putting it off. And then I ran it to some friends, the people at the Zavia Med Spa, where I get my neck treatment and where I get my bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. Thank you, Pelicom. His wife had shingles, and we were talking about that. And I was like, oh man, I got to go for my second shot. I sound like such a biddy, but I remember my grandmother having it. It was no joke. And I guess the deal is that, and I didn't realize this from my little granny. This was my mom's mom, Dorothy, that the Dorth, as we like to call her, that she had like nerve ending damage for, like it just never went away after that. I think she got it in her 60s or something like that. She got it under her boobs, which I don't really have it under my boobs, because my boobs are small, but when you have large boobs, that sounds awful. Not the large boobs. I would love to have large boobs. Where am I going with this? Anywho, it would be tough if you had large boobs and you had shingles underneath them. Listen here. You need the shingle shot? Yes, you do. It's very easy to schedule at Walgreens. Here's Bill Benison Moore. Or Morris. What did I say more? Hi, honey. Thank you. Have a pre-birthday wine for me, darling. Yes, my birthday is the 22nd. So 22nd in the year 2022. I have my other 22 sister. And Deborah, sorry, I always get the three of us mixed up. Like who has what birthdays? You have big boobs, says Karen. I love motorboating them. I just get such a Man, I get such a kick. Yes, thank you. You have a prescription for the shot. I did not need a prescription, but I did. I just went on Walgreens and got it. And then actually, I even called in because I was trying to schedule it on the Walgreens website. They're like, no, we'll got your name down. We'll just put your name in here and come on in, Mia Voss. So I did. Deborah, was it you that shared the thing about the person having big boobs? Now, see, my whole family has big boobs except for me. I want to see how many times I can say big boobs and turn it into a drinking game. Oh, she was talking about the bras and everything. Listen, I'm going to segue into something that's female related. Wine is getting harder to drink at 7 a.m. like the old days. Bill and I used to do the Blab show together. He is in Australia, so it's tomorrow for Bill. It's 7 a.m, obviously. And he would drink at 7 a.m, like he is right now, just to party with me. And I love you. I love you that you did that, honey. Drink. That's right. Yes, Deborah posted it. It is so funny. But here's something exciting that happened in Colorado. And I have to give a shout out to Leslie Herod, Herod. She is one of our lawmakers here in Colorado. I just totally dig her. And she's a Colorado state representative. She's only 40. She's fucking badass, man. I just love her. They just passed something here in Colorado that was regarding the luxury tax for tampons, diapers. Why the fuck do we have luxury tax on things that's not a luxury? Having a period? I don't find that luxurious at all. I don't even have them anymore. Oh, here it is. State Bill 217. Oh, that was that was last year. I was going to say I remember that one. This was actually Leslie was very instrumental in getting the Crown Act passed here in Colorado. That is an acronym. I don't always remember what the acronym is for, but I know it's so that people are not having any kind of discrimination based on their hairstyle or their hair texture. Because you know how dumb people get. And don't touch people's hair. Little FYI. So Leslie was instrumental in that, which was amazing. And then I will find the link for it because I got to tell you, she made some things happen here in Colorado. I believe she co-authored it with some other people as well. I'll have to find it. But basically the deal was, she had 3 bills passed, HB 22, 1265, 1276, and SB 2203. Another one is repealing or to help community colleges certify nurses at a faster pace. Folks, pay attention to what's going on in your local. You hear me say that all the time. I said it in my podcast about the universe not having your back, about what are you doing locally. And this year is going to be so important. Tell you what, don't fall asleep now. Hey, Kat Schreier's here. She worked for a Colorado rep. Very cool. Yeah, it really, really is. I love paying attention to our reps. Here's the link for the big titties. Drink twice. Drink twice on that one. That's such a funny word. Oh, Kat, I appreciate you creating a respectful and open world for Naturally Hair Act. Amen. There's the acronym. There's the acronym. It's passed in Colorado. I don't know how many other states, but it needs to be everywhere. There's a kid right now that's told he can't go to his graduation because he has to cut his locks off. Straight right here. So dumb. Yeah, exactly. Luxury. Please. Luxury, my ass. Come on now. You don't make social change by posting memes, Kat. Exactly. I mean, memes are fun, don't get me wrong, but follow it up with action. What are you doing? Post action links. Like, here's a funny meme, and here's where I'm going to be to help get people registered. Here's where I'm going to be to stump for a candidate that I really like, or go to a policy meeting, go to a city council meeting, especially in Denver. Good God. Denver is awesome. Also get informed first, then take action. Yep. I mean, that's just a given, but a lot of people don't know that. Wait, hold up. Kevin is here. I was just thinking about you guys today. You just turned it on. The first thing you heard me say was titties. Stop. I love you, buddy. I was thinking about you. Tell Mitchell I said hi. Tell Charlotte I said, hey. You guys, I had so much fun. You remember when I went to the llama farm, the llama place a couple weeks ago? That was Kevin's brother-in-law's place here in Colorado. We had so much fun. That was a hoot. Yeah, find out who your city council members. Heck yeah. State legislators are. Heck yeah. Deborah, you passed the Crown Act here in 2020 in Washington as well. It's so important. It's so important. There's a woman that got hired for a job, and she showed up with her hair in, I think, in dreadlocks. And they're like, no, you can't have the job. She's like, this is a phone bank job. What are you talking about? This is what people go through. And let's not even get into, well, yeah, we will. Yes, we will. Jane Campion, just Google that this week. The microaggressions are off the chain this week. Awesome, Kevin. Thank you. I love that picture too. That was taken here in Colorado. I love that. Yeah, this week was nuts because, Jane Campion is a director. So she's a female director. That's not easy in this world, right? Remember, she directed The Piano, and then she directed The Power of the Dog, which I have not seen because it just looks depressing. Looks awful, quite frankly. But a lot of people like it. That's just me. So Sam Elliott takes after her, or as in goes after her, and he's mad about Power of the Dog because it has some homosexual overtones. He was very homophobic in his comments, and she took him out with some good comments. I think she just told him, like, sit down, punk bitch. It was kind of what she said. So she so that was one day. She's, going after Sam Elliott. Everybody's excited. The next day, and I believe that was Sunday, was the Critics' Choice Awards. Now, I have not been watching the awards season as much this year. Now, not this weekend, but next weekend is the high holy day, the Oscars. I will watch that. Anywho, so Jane Campion wins an award for Best Director, which is huge, and just randomly decides to call out Venus and Serena Williams in the audience and saying, I know you guys are really great, but you don't play against boys. So, like, sort of compare. It was so odd and random of just this, like, white women. Anyway, Google it. You'll see what happens. She's released some kind of super lame ass apology for it. Which doesn't count. Now, this is all on the heels of Venus Williams. No, it was Serena was because of her foundation. The New York Times did a story about her foundation and posted the article with a picture of her sister and not her, and then did a very lame retraction that wasn't even an apology. Now, I know a lot of people were saying with what happened at the People's Choice Awards, or at the Critics' Choice Awards, that, they both kind of laughed and clapped. Well, that's what you do when you're uncomfortable. How many times have I sort of laughed and sort of nervously like, right? So don't compare it to that. Anyway, it's been a tough week for microaggressions for people. That was actually a huge aggression. Kat says, I am trying to get a job in an agency, tired of teaching virtual programs to other people working on public projects. Good. That's awesome, sweetie. I love it. I love it. Yes. Um, Karen says, hi, Gidget. Do you see what she's doing with the nose and the armpit? Let's see. Oscars on the 27th. Yep, next week. Amy Schumer, Wanda Sykes, Regina Hall. Yeah, that is an interesting combination, right? I think it should be good. Because you don't play against the boys. Again, what the actual? That was just some ultimate fuckery. These people need muzzles until they go through training on how to be a kind fucking human. And yeah, and that's the thing too. I think even she's kind of like, I can't, like, I shouldn't have said that, but just the ease of that, of the people are not, realizing the words that are coming out of their mouth. It's awful, awful. And just, again, just putting people in uncomfortable comparisons and things like that. Oh my God, we have to stop. Anyway, that was my rant for this week. What else happened this week? I'm not even going to go into Ukraine. I know we're all doing what we can. I will say that a guy that I know, Anton Schulk, I think is his last name. I knew him from the Google Plus days. He's a friend on Facebook, and he's been taking donations for shelters because he's in the Ukraine. So he's literally getting, it's like the buy me a coffee thing on his website, and then getting the cash and giving that to the people that are left caring for the animals at the shelters. So if you'd like the information on that, I would be happy to connect you to that. I, of course, will be doing fundraisers for the birthday because Facebook reminds me every 2 seconds, like, it's your birthday coming up. Do you want to do a fundraiser? So not probably, Colorado Pet Pantry, Denkai Animal Sanctuary, and I think Wild Animal Sanctuary. I haven't even had that much to drink. Hold on. So those will be the fundraisers. You know how I love them. I love them so much. And Colorado Pet Pantry had a ton of donations from a local pet food company called I and Love and You, which I love a lot. Like 93,000 pounds of pet food that they donated for Colorado Pet Pantry because they were really kind of low. The Colorado Pet Pantry was getting low. Oh, Jerry Johnson Morgan's here. Hi, honey. I saw a memory pop up that you were talking about doing your first live stream from home after the pandemic started. Guys, can you believe that? Like 2 years ago, oof, we didn't know what was what, right? I mean, oh, come here. Kat says, short walk from dehumanizing words to dehumanizing actions, like strip searching a young Black girl. Ooh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. You guys, if you are not doing this, and if you want, I will post a bunch of links. I want you to be careful though, because you need to follow Black content creators. Get outside of your own lived experience. I beg of you. My feed is a lot different, I think, than some other people because I've chosen to follow content creators that I think are amazing. And that has totally gotten me out of what is my day-to-day because I've decided like I need to see what other lived experiences are besides what happens in my world. And I highly encourage that as well. I and love, I and Love and You. Will you tag them in here? Karen, that would be awesome. That link to, Twitter. I definitely follow a lot on Twitter as well. What I ask though, if you're going to follow Black content creators, is not post any kind of reaction of wringing hands. Oh my God, that's so awful. Isn't that terrible? Don't fucking say that. They already know that. We already all know that. Follow, reshare. I mean, I'm very, very careful about who I recommend because I don't want a bunch of people going over there and asking dumb questions. How can I help? Wanting these content creators to make them feel better about what's going on in the world. Please don't do that. Oh, for the love of everything. I'm just saying. Oh, nice. New Randy Rambo hit this week. That's always a fun day. Yes, it is. And here's what I love too, and why I'm careful about a lot of white content creators like Barbara is it Barbara D'Angelo? Who was it that wrote White Fragility? Do not buy that book. Do not buy anything from a white person talking about white supremacy. And here's why. I want to give money to people with a lived experience, right? I don't want to give money to anybody who's making money on being a white educator. about racial problems. Think about it. Okay? Yeah, that's all I'm saying about that. Oh, Karin, thank you so much. Anyway, I get on my little rants and then I watch my numbers drop, and that's okay because a lot of people watch it in replay too. I hope that's helpful information. I think you just want to make sure you're not being part of the problem. And a lot of times just sitting and wringing hands and not having any kind of solution is part of the problem. Just saying. Let me give you an example. The D'Angelo woman that wrote White Fragility. She spoke at a conference. Can't remember where it was, but Austin Channing Brown was also at that conference. Now, Austin Channing Brown wrote the book, Living in a World of Whiteness. I'm Still Here. I love her. They paid Barbara, or is it Barbara? What the fuck is her name? The D'Angelo person that wrote White Fragility, who's white, they paid her almost 2/3 more than they paid Austin Channing Brown, a Black content creator. Robin D'Angelo, that's her name. Yeah, I don't even want her tag. Don't tag her. Yeah. Tag in Austin Channing Brown. That's whose book you need to buy. There's the whole list here. So you want to talk about race. And I'm not bragging about this. It's just that I've happened to get the books. Right? Lovey A.G.A. Jones. I love her. The Fear Fighter Manual. I love her. Professional Troublemaker. She's wonderful. Tarana Burke, Unbound. That's a fantastic book as well. I don't always mean to get into rants, but sometimes I do. And then here you are. So what's everybody doing this weekend? It's supposed to be beautiful. Thank you, Kat. It's supposed to be beautiful here this weekend. We had a big snowstorm here in Colorado yesterday, and then it's supposed to be 65 this weekend. So what are you up to? Hi, Lynn. Thank you. Thank you, darling. Tell me something good. My little oil friend. You know what I watched? It's on HBO Max. HBO Max has so many good things. Did you know, by the way, that HBO Max stands for HBO and Cinemax, not like HBO to the max? I didn't know that until a couple weeks ago. But I just watched, or I'm finishing it. DMZ is on HBO Max. That is directed by Ava DuVernay, whom I just am crazy about. She directed When They See Us and 13th, and it stars Rosario Dawson, and it is so good. She's just such a badass. I think there's very few white people in the show, actually. It's really, really, really good. Hi, Bay. It's very good. It's a 4-episode series. I think they're about an hour each. I watched 2 yesterday. I have so much stuff to do. And I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and watch this show. I also like The Gilded Age is really good on HBO Max. Super fun. What other shows are you guys watching? What are you watching? What do you watch with the mama? What do you watch, please? Kat says, getting ready to premiere an amazing new workshop on World Water Day. My birthday's on World Water Day. How did I not know this? I'm not a water sign. I'm a fire sign. Fire and water create steam. Just saying. Deborah says, let's first. Oh, Bay, Ashley Bay, and Sanders Bay, right? That's her dog. And it's also okay if you did purchase or promoted a white person's content at the beginning of your journey. They open the door. I'll give you that. It's now time to follow and support the people of color who are doing the work. It's okay to learn and grow. Just don't get stuck in shame. I agree. Just don't do it anymore and don't promote it. Yeah, I would highly not recommend like promoting her at all, just based on the fact of it's problematic. Think about that. Think about that people. There's a guy named Jolly Good Ginger that's on Instagram. They do the work, but he also is a little bit of a trauma porn kind of guy. So he's constantly posting traumatic things that are happening. And a lot of content creators are coming to him and saying, you are a problem. If you're not listening to people with a lived experience, you're definitely a problem. And he's making money on it. He's like any kind of thing. I get it. Yes, you need to live, but promote the people that should be their living, and look outside of the white content creators. I'm sticking by that. Let's see. I needed something new to watch, so you may have to HBO Max it. You should. And actually, if you have not watched Ted Lasso, I mean, Ted Lasso will do your heart so much good. I love that show so much. I'll have to get Apple TV for it. But also the morning show is on that. There's a couple other really, really good shows. But Ted Lasso, man, if you're like, it's the antidote to feeling badly about what's going on in the world, for sure. Oh, and Hulu. Yes, I finally got Hulu on sale at Thanksgiving. So watching all the shows. You're binging your way through Top Chef and also watching the last season of Pose. Oh, nice. Nice. And I know that they had Dope Sick on that as well, too. I have not watched that, but I know that, interestingly enough, if you just Google NPR and the Sackler family, very interesting article about the Sackler family being at the final days of their trial and having to face a lot of the people whom their products killed. You know, the opioid crisis. Motherfuckers. Deborah says, I agree. And most of us are at a very different place in this journey. Newbies stepping into it, go to what is familiar. I know it isn't ideal, and they're moving in the right direction. I hope so. I hope they listen. And I think we have to be speaking up more, because it seems so easy to just go look at somebody who looks like you to learn about it, except if they're problematic. Right? And you love Ted too. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's so good. And I do you not love you some he's here, he's there, he's every fucking rare. Roy Kent. I love him so much. Have you ever seen on YouTube, they have a whole compilation of how many times Roy Kent says the word fuck. It's juicy and delicious. It's so good. Kat says, Dope Sick was rough. And also watching the Elizabeth Holmes Theranos story drop out now. Oh my God. I have been obsessed with Elizabeth Holmes. Thank you, Denise Onifree Moore, for the obsession. She and I went on a trip 2 years ago and listened to the podcast. There's been so many of them. I actually love the one that's, it's a guy. John Carreyrou's podcast. What's it called? I can't remember. So he's the gentleman that worked for Wall Street Journal that blew the whistle on all of this and really worked hard, because if everybody was believing Elizabeth Holmes BS. She's the ultimate. I can't wait for the trial of her business partner, Sunny Balwani. But yeah, that's actually really, really good. There's a lot of good things on Elizabeth Holmes. She just embodies like everything that's wrong with not doing your homework and not vetting things. And also getting bullied into thinking that somebody's really good. There's a couple people that have been interviewed when it comes to that story that said that, they went through years of people making fun of them and giving them a hard time because they turned down investing in her company because she would not show them what the actual science was. And there's a lot of people that were like, when the whole the time thing, or the when she was on the cover of Forbes, and people were like, wait, how is she doing this? We know that technology didn't work, but she just kept bullshitting people. And she had a lot of high-powered military people on her board, nobody in the medical field. I got a little obsessed. I really did. So yeah, that's on Hulu as well. Hulu does well. The only show I can't watch on Hulu is Handmaid's Tale. I can't do it. I read the book whenever it first came out. Can somebody look that up? When did Handmaid's Tale come out? Yeah, George Schultz. Oh, George Schultz, what a hot ass mess. His own grandson was like, Grandpa, this chick is off her rocker. They had to spend like $500,000 in legal fees just because she went after them. Fall down the rabbit hole with that. I highly encourage it. Yeah. Anna Delvey, don't even. Oh my word. I definitely fell down the rabbit hole of Anna Delvey. She is something else. That whole show, very, very interesting. I felt badly, but yet not, for the Vanity Fair writer. She was not portrayed well. Anna Delvey is the same thing. Mike Bays is here. What's up, Mike Bays? Hey, will you post a link to our latest podcast? I was just talking about People First. So Mike is the COO at People First. That's that Imagining a New Economy podcast that I'm hosting. And we have 3 episodes out right now. All right, back on Handmaid's Tale. Published in 1985. That's it. Thank you. Came out. Deborah and Kat are on it. So I read that when I was 20, which is 1985. And I remember, so I grew up in a born again Christian cult. So I have issues. I'll just say it. And so that was really that dystopian thing was really, really hard for me to accept. But yet the thing that was good about it, I'm gonna put on some lip gloss while we talk. Bye, Karen. Love you, honey. Feel better. Feel better, Chetta. We got you in our prayers. You know, the good kind, not the churchy kind. So I read that book and was so freaked out by it, right? Again, at 20 years old, but I also felt like it wasn't actually possible. Well, pretty much when 2015, 2016 rolled around with the advent of Mike Pence, fly on his head, and Trump, I was like, oh man, we got issues. So I've watched a couple episodes of it and was like, nope, can't do it. It's just too much. It is too much for me. Oh, that explains so much what my my church background. Don't do it, girl. I'm not gonna do it, girl. I'm just thinking about it. It's one of my favorites, by the way. It's a little meme with a fly that was the one that landed on his head during it's one of the debates. Anyway, that's probably the only one I really can't do. I'm pretty careful about content lately, anything that I consume on TV, because I just get too, man, my heart just gets too sensitive, got to tell you. So anyway, I think that's it for tonight. It's 6:46. I've been on for 45 minutes, whatever. I'm going to go watch the rest of the DMZ, which again was really, really good. Kat says your mom's a shrink, so you know, hot mess. Yeah, anything that's, you know, what's been interesting though, and I talk a little bit about it in that podcast that we did, the one about the universe not having your back. And I'm very staunch about how I had somebody say to me they said that they thought me saying Christ on a cracker was hurtful. And I said, you know what though? That's my thing. If you don't like it, everybody's entitled to how they say it. I have a very own, to quote Depeche Mode, my own personal Jesus, and it's complicated. And I really give everybody their own latitude and their own freedom to have their church of you, right? And how they say it. So I offer you that freedom as well to be how you are. And I love Deborah. One of the best things you ever introduced me to was, you know, learning more about Mary Magdalene. My goodness. Oh my God. That was some freedom. Post a link to that. Michelle Hoagland. Hi, babe. Happy Friday night. Hi, honey. How are you? Janine's in here too. All right. What is this? What is that? Is delish. What is that? I got to know about that. New season of The Last Kingdom was released this week. What's that one? Is that the zombie one? I don't think so. But tell me, do tell. Wait, Hulu also has some amazing shows on the Holodomor where Stalin starved the Ukraine. Must watch to understand today. Yep. I love you. Lapsed Catholic. Just saying. That's my mom. Danes versus Saxon. Oh, that's right. And there's some hot men in that, isn't there? I'm all down for that. It's so good. Ooh, yeah. I totally need to see that. All right. On that note, Gidget, we're going to take our little self. We're going to take our little, here you go again. That's me with my, oh my God. I am loving I've been getting acupuncture and cupping every week, which, you know, gets the blood flow going. Oh my goodness. So, which I love. Oh, good. There's Mary Magdalene revealed. That Megan Waterston. Oh, y'all, you would really, really like that. Oh, delicious Danes. Yes, please. Yes, please. May I have some? Please, sir. May I have more? In your cups again. I'm in my cups again. Good one. Yes, I'll take a drink on that. All right. I love you guys. It's been good to have this conversation. I love all the comments that you make. Deborah, Kat, Janine, Michelle's here. Sissy was here. Bay, Ashley Bay. Post all your links. Mike was here. Mike Bays, MVG, Matthew Vincent Gold, who may be going to South by Southwest. So jealous. So jealous. All right. I love you all. I'll see you next week when I'm 57. Right. Here's to aging. Come on, Chris. Thank you. All right. We'll see you next week. Thanks.